Stitching May here. I'm going to do the Tool Time tag by Joanne. She did her top 5 tools. I can't really do that because I don't know that I have like a top 5. I do have a few items that are always with me when I stitch, so I'm going to kind of do this as it's kind of the items that are always in my little basket that I take with me when I stitch. Except of course when I stitch on the go. But at home, anywhere I move, any room I stitch in, I move all this stuff with me to stitch. So my number 1 would be my light. This is it's a daylight light, similar to Light. It's actually made by the Daylight Company. I showed this one in a video. I got it at Tuesday morning for like $49 on sale. I don't know that they make this exact model anymore, but they have one very similar to it. It clamps to the table. I don't stitch in my house without this light, and if it wouldn't be overkill to take this with me to stitch for my 30-minute break at lunch or my breaks at lunch or at work, I would probably take this with me doing work, but I think it'd be a little bit overkill. It does have a magnet, but I don't necessarily use the magnet or magnifier a whole lot. My favorite feature is the bulb. It is a standard bulb. It's not like, you know, Lights, you pay an arm and leg for the light, and then whenever your bulb blows, you've got to pay an arm and a leg for the bulb. This is just a standard light bulb fixture. It's a 13 watt, so it's a little smaller. But that's my favorite feature about this lamp. And it also has a table clamp, but it can go into other stands. I just use the table clamp. But these light bulbs are again my favorite feature. I love them because I went ahead and bought some replacement bulbs. I paid $9 on Amazon and got free shipping because it was part of the Prime. I'm a Prime member. But also it was one of the items that if you had Super Saver Shipper, where if you buy more than $20, you know, you can get free shipping anyway. But I got that many bulbs for my $9 instead of spending like another $30 for a bulb. And that would probably be one of my favorite features. It's a very bright light. My husband and I, usually whenever we're off together, we will sit in our bedroom and we will watch Game of Thrones that we're completely addicted to. And he'll have all his lights off and I'll have mine on, and it's bright enough that it's, you know, it lights up my stitching without, you know, completely ruining the whole, you know, dark movie theater effect. But like if I flip it up, you know, it depends on how you angle it, because if you flip it up, it would light up the whole room, but it's very direct in where it puts the light when you move it where you want it to go. My number 2 tool would have to be my clipboard. This is so simple. This is like a dollar store clipboard or maybe a bargain hunt clipboard. I attached a magnet to it to hold needles, and I've got these little binder clips. I don't know if you can see them or not, that I use to kind of keep the pattern from blowing when the fan's on, because I have to have a fan on at all times. I can't sit without a fan on. But that would be my number 2 tool. And I do kind of tend to use it upside down. Like I put the bottom of the chart here and the top of the chart here. It just works out better that way for some reason. And I guess that would mean that my number 1, 2, 3 tool would be my pens or my highlighters. I used to use highlighters, but now after a little get together that we had, and I saw someone using gel pens, I use gel pens. I've got some clicky ones, but these are my absolute favorite. They are from the Dollar Tree, or you can get a set of 5 for the Dollar General. They're by Ink. INC is the company that makes them. These are actually rollerball, but the ink just flows. It's an amazing pen. That would be my number 3 tool. And now this is kind of the things that I keep in my basket, and these aren't in any certain order. This little basket is what I got. My son uses Aveeno. He's got dry skin issues, and we use Aveeno for him. And there was a little gift bag or gift set of Aveeno when we were out of his lotion and everything, and it was cheaper to get the gift set. Anyway, I digress. This is what was in, like, all the little bottles of lotion were inside this little basket. It's like a little cloth, got a little pad, got a little covered cardboard bottom. And when I was saving it, my husband's like, why are you saving it? Just throw it away. It's just packaging. It has made the perfect little stitching. I call it my little stitching basket. I throw my whatever I need in here, and then this goes on the table with me and it holds all my stuff. So I guess I'm going to number 4 tool. But inside that, I of course keep my pins and my needles and my scissors. Lately, these are my favorite scissors. These are the ones I said that I had gotten from the Dollar General. Watch out, Bubby. And they were like $4, you know, for a pair of embroidery scissors. They're white with colored polka dots, and I absolutely love them. They're so sharp. I mean, for $4, these are really good scissors. I too keep a seam ripper. Mine's a lot bigger than the one Joanne had, but now I'll be looking for the smaller one because this one makes me nervous and I'm going to rip holes in my fabric. In fact, it makes me so nervous that I only use this in dire circumstances. Normally I'll use my needle because I'm afraid that this will cut the fabric. But if I can find the one that Joanne had that's a lot smaller, I'll probably get it and use it. This is another seam ripper that I have that I don't really ever use. I'm not impressed by it. It just looks too much like a razor to me. It makes me nervous. But anyway. And then I keep extra binder clips, apparently extra floss, and my little hair clips. That holds the fabric back on my Q-snaps. And something else, a little tool that I discovered through the forum that I belong to. I don't keep all 30 of these. I usually keep just this one, but I was going to show you. They're teeny tiny crochet hooks. This is actually this one is actually made by Clover, and it's called a soft touch thread pick. I think it's a little bit different than a crochet hook, but you can use very teeny like minuscule crochet hooks. And what I use this for, I don't know why this is in there, but I'll show you. I'll use this to show you. Whenever you're stitching, if you're like me, I stitch to the very end of my floss. And sometimes I'll end up with a piece that's too small to come back through the fabric with my needle. And what you do is you use the little crochet hook or this thread pick. You go up through the hole of your fabric, grab the thread and pull it back down through the hole. That way you don't have to, you know, try to thread the needle with this little bitty piece of floss and try to get your needle through. Also, it works really well if it's small enough like this one is. You can run it under your other stitches and pull the floss back through the already stitched stitches in order to secure your fabric. I try not to do that as much as I can because I'm trying to be better and remember that I don't have to use every single, you know, little bitty whatever measurement of floss that I cut off. But if I do find myself in that situation, this one is my favorite one. It's a Clover soft touch thread pick. But like I said, you just put it up through the fabric, grab your floss and pull it back down through, and it pulls it through the hole without having to thread the needle. And that's probably my secret tool item. But like I said, I'm trying to get better, not have to use this all the time. But that's really it for my tools that I have to have with me. Nothing really interesting. I'm sure it's the same tools you guys already have, but thought I would share anyway because Joanne wanted us to show our tools. She also asked kind of how we finish our fabric. I did use fray check on the edges until recently, and I've been zigzagging the edges with my sewing machine with just plain sewing thread, so then you can easily cut out, or if you're gonna have it framed, it won't show through anyway. So that's kind of how I used fray check, but I've noticed lately, I don't know if it's changed or if it just doesn't work as well as like the very first bottle I got. It worked perfect, nothing ever frayed. I used it on Starry Night and it's still holding. That bottle dried out and I got a second bottle and it has not, like I used it on, I don't remember what pattern I used it on, but within like weeks it had already rubbed out and was not working at all. And that's when I started zigzagging with my sewing machine. So what I'll do is I'll just pull out my sewing machine, kind of zigzag the edges. I don't have a serger. I just zigzag the edges and I'm done. But that's really everything, and as always, thanks for watching. Please, I'm not going to tag anybody specific because this isn't like she said that she wasn't doing that kind of tag. So by all means, feel free to please shoot this video and show us what you use. That way maybe I can have more tools in my tool bag, more hauls, right? But thanks for watching.